And now we continue our 7-part series, the 7 Habits of Highly Narcissistic People. Hello, I'm Dr. David Hawkins, Director of the Marriage Recovery Center and the Emotional Abuse Institute. We've already talked about one of the 7 habits, and that being they are always right. Now we'll move into the second of 7 habits of highly narcissistic people. Second habit is they have an attitude of superiority. Now, of course, this goes along well for them with an attitude of always being right. But now let's talk specifically about having an attitude of superiority. When I explore, uncover, work with narcissistic and emotionally abusive people, I always find an attitude of superiority. Oh, it's not necessarily that blatant. It may be blatant and it may not be blatant. But when you peel off the layers, you find that this individual, male or female, friend, relative, coworker, whoever it might be, they have an attitude of superiority. They just think that they're a cut above. Now, how does it come out? Well, they're not going to say they are superior, but their attitude comes out in different ways. They may should all over you. You should do this, you should do that. Why aren't you doing it that way? Why I had one woman tell me she couldn't buy groceries right. She couldn't buy groceries right. Her husband would say, why did you get 6 apples when you just get 4? Why didn't you get the bananas that were on sale? Why'd you take so long at the grocery store? Why are you buying those kind of clothes? The attitude of superiority comes out in conversations about money. Why did you spend this? Why aren't you saving that? Do you know what that cost? It may come out in household management. So for sure, it will come out in parenting issues. An attitude of superiority. And of course, this fits in with definitions about emotional abuse, because when one has an attitude of superiority, they are going to diminish the personhood of the other. A classic definition of emotional abuse. Efforts of power and control that diminish another person. Prolonged diminishment of the other person, so that this individual's self-esteem is impacted, their well-being is impacted. So superiority affects a relationship. Of course it affects the relationship. It affects an individual feeling safe in this relationship, feeling free to be who they are, what they think, what they feel. What they think, what they feel, what they do is at least in part controlled by this narcissistic person. And so, by the way, a healthy relationship is one where you think what you think and you're free to think it. You feel what you feel and you're free to feel it. You do what you want to do and you're free to do it. You don't feel constricted and restricted and controlled and diminished. That doesn't happen in a healthy relationship. All right, how do I respond to someone when they put me down, when they have an attitude of superiority? I have several steps that I want you to consider. First of all, I want you to self-validate. What does self-validate mean? It means that internally I am affirming and confirming what is important to me. I spend time thinking about it. I really prefer this. I want to exercise 3 times a week and I want to do it at the gym, or I want to do it walking. I want to play tennis. I want to, whatever it is, I validate myself. I spend time thinking about what is important to me and I validate myself. I hold it internally. I acknowledge to me, this is important. And I validate it. Number two, in my relationships, not only do I feel free to do this, but I do it. I agree with others and I disagree with others. And I voice that out loud. I don't agree with you. I see it differently. And then I share. And you may like that and you may not like that, but I'm going to agree or disagree. And I'm going to keep doing it. It's a muscle that I work. I'm going to agree. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to share who I am with everyone in my world. And I'm going to keep exercising that muscle. Number three, I'm going to maintain my boundaries. I won't sit in the same conversation if you're going to swear at me. I won't spend time with you if I don't feel affirmed and cared for by you. I'm not going to work in this setting indefinitely if this continues to happen. I'm not going to stay in this relationship, this marriage, whatever. I'm going to really rethink things. And I'm going to make my choices clear to people. I choose to do this, I choose to do that. And we just keep working those muscles. And last, to the fourth, to the degree that it's safe to do so, make requests. Oh, they may not be affirmed, may not be honored, but I'm going to make them. Hey, I would really like it if you would blank. Will you please do this? I would really like it if you would do that. And they may say, oh, no, heck no. I'm still going to make requests at times when it seems appropriate, when it seems healthy to do so. So again, I'm going to self-validate. I'm going to practice agreeing and disagreeing and maintaining my individuality. I'm going to manage and maintain my boundaries, and I'm going to make requests of people, confronting an attitude of superiority and reminding everyone in my world, I'm here too, and I matter. All right. Hope this has been helpful. Look forward to interacting with you. Want your feedback. And if we can be of any assistance, click those buttons to reach our client care team. All right. Take care. And as always, God bless.